1929. The entire United States money system, stock system, financial system was based on speculation. Very much like the housing market was a few years ago. People would speculate. They'd buy a house and expect to make a lot of money out of it. Suddenly, everything started falling apart. And the roosters came home, and everybody had to basically come up with money. Nobody had it. And the stock market crashed in October 1929. That's one thing. That was bad. But that is not the Depression. The Depression followed. In fact, the Depression followed for about 7 to 8 years after that. For about 8 years, the United States and the world went through a severe economic slowdown, an economic depression of epic proportion. While people were poor and didn't have any money, the bad guys were the banks. Nobody liked the banks. And so, all of these fellas, Baby Fitz Nelson, John Dillinger, Bonnie and Clyde, what were they doing? They were robbing banks. And everybody said, yeah, that's great. And you know what they were doing? They were also helping people along the way. So they became their own little Robin Hoods. And all of a sudden, everybody was rooting for these bad guys. In fact, John Dillinger became a media star. There was films of him. There was movies about him because he was such a great guy. In reality, he wasn't that great. None of these people were very great. All were eventually killed in gun battles. But one has to remember that when the Depression really started, around 1930, 1931, when it really started to hit, the entire world came to a standstill. This led to a lot of issues and a lot of problems. Now you remember the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles had really attacked a number of countries, had really destroyed a number of countries, but it had totally devastated Germany. Germany lost its ships, lost its industry, lost just about everything. They even lost their basic identity. This was the perfect opportunity for an individual to sweep through Germany and win the people's attention and admiration. I need not tell you more than say that his name was Adolf Hitler. He was a spellbinder. He got people excited. He was made Chancellor in 1933, the height of the Depression. He did the Autobahn, did all kinds of stuff in Germany, raised the military ability of Germany, raised the financial ability of Germany, and he was adored. Do you realize he was Time Magazine's Man of the Year of 1938? That's pretty frightening if you think about it. But nonetheless, he wrote a book called Mein Kampf, My Struggle. Nobody read it. I tried. Not an easy book to read. It's a rant. But had anybody read the book, they would have seen his plan for what he wanted to do. Do you realize in the United States, and I don't know about other countries, but the first edition to come out in the United States of Mein Kampf was in 1939. That was pretty bad timing. The book was written in 1923. Nobody read it. And so Hitler was able to do tremendous things while the United States still had its head in the sand.